Hello everybody and welcome back to the Atari Guy. And so here's the Dell desktop, and it's not back in its regular place. It's here on my bench. And so what we're going to be doing is, I figured out what the problem is, why it wouldn't be working on why it was just stuck. And my thought is that it's the 1 TB hard drive, or 2 TB hard drive, I added in here because this is an older computer. So probably does not like to boot with that in there. So that's my thought. That's why I think it doesn't work. So what we have to do now is just take out the bad hard drive. It should be this one. Yep, there it is. And so, ooh, it's still warm because I just turned this thing off, or just unplugged it. So there we go. Now I wasn't able to upgrade the RAM, which is right here, right here, right here, right about here. So I have to do that in the future. This thing can handle up to 8 GB of RAM, 64-bit system, and 4 GB of RAM without. And I think this thing either has 2 or 3 GB in it currently. So all I have to do now is remove the hard drive, which is still warm. And so what got me thinking that, oh, well, maybe putting a 2 TB hard drive. By the way, I added an additional DVD drive in here. That's this one right here, because I had one lying around. But so the reason I think that this 2 TB hard drive wouldn't work is because I have another Dell computer that runs on BIOS, and every time I try and turn it on with my additional 2 TB hard drives, it doesn't like to boot. So I've got two 2 TB hard drives attached onto my server computer, and every time I try and boot it, it won't boot up properly. And so my thought is, well, maybe this thing doesn't want to boot with the 2 TB hard drive. So in the future, I might get an additional hard drive or put an SSD in there. And I do have some SSDs around here. The problem is this thing is designed to use full-size desktop hard drives, these big hard drives. Not these little hard drives. This is from my MacBook. And I've never edited that video, so I might edit and upload that at a later time. But right here is a regular laptop one, and compare that to the big desktop one, and you can tell there's a slight difference. So, well, this type of hard drive would work, but this one wouldn't because it's a Mac formatted one. Hypothetically speaking, it could work in here. And I have a whole box of SSDs lying around from the that I got for repair computers. So that was it for this now. So now we just got to set it back up and boot it up. We'll see if it works. Alright, so I plugged the thing back in, and the fans are going. Alright, so the fans are going, power light's on, but nothing's displaying on screen. Alright, so this is just what I'm talking about, and here, let me turn it off for you. And we'll turn it back on. Lights are going, lights on, power light's on, but absolutely nothing's displaying on screen. See, lights on, power light on, fans whirling, fans right here, but nothing, absolutely nothing. And watch, if I hold down the power button, it'll turn on by itself. But still, absolutely nothing is displaying on screen. So, after the last part, I upgraded the CMOS battery in this thing. After the first part, before the second part, I upgraded the CMOS battery, plus I put in the additional DVD drive. Now, maybe the DVD drive is causing a problem, which I don't know why it was. It booted up before, and I had the 2 terabyte hard drive in there, and the other DVD drive, and the new CMOS battery. Everything was in there, and I turned it on, and then that was when Vista had the problem. I don't have that on video now. For some odd reason, I deleted it, I guess. So, we're left inconclusive on this project, and so now I have to figure out what might be causing this problem.